I have really been enjoying these Twitch stories. Last week we talked about the rise and the blowing up of TP. He's long been on the climb. When it comes time for his Twitch success, we talked about his blowing past of Pokimane and many other streamers on Twitch, one of the most widely supported Call of Duty members. And now we flip-flop to another former Call of Duty member and still currently tied to esports, that being Thieves CEO Nadeshot, as the single most subscribed to Twitch streamer who is also an esports owner and CEO. Now that might seem obvious to all of you guys, but especially as of recently with this pandemic, with this quarantine, we have seen the rise of one of the biggest faces in esports and gaming, also tied to an organization, only rivaled by, you know, if we're going to talk about former players, but also esports CEOs out there that maybe stream every now and again. You maybe look towards a guy like G2 Ocelot. There is no close competition for when it comes time for being an esports CEO and also a gamer when it comes time for Twitch subscriptions and success all around. Nadeshot is officially in a field of his own. And if you guys remember, of course, yes, former Call of Duty Pro, former Optic Gaming, this guy has a long history in esports and gaming, being a personality and also being a content creator. But it was these past couple of months with the start of quarantine. And if you guys remember, a widely talked about story, one of the most viewed stories here on this channel, that being the Valorant beta drama, where Nadeshot came out and expressed that apparently some League of Legends owners were upset that he could actually play the game a day earlier than all the others, which was it was a heck of a story to cover.
All the other teams, the players and content creators will be playing and streaming the game. But because there was like 4 or 5 LCS or LEC owners that complained, since I'm an owner of a team, I shouldn't be able to play a day early and stream it. It doesn't even make sense to me, bro. They were complaining that they wanted to have an even playing field, like an even competitive experience. I'm like, what competitive experience are the owners trying to have even footing for? What are we talking about, bro? The players and the pro players are the ones that are already going to be playing.
And that's what kind of sparked it all, right? All of a sudden, we had this quarantine period where he does not have as many 100 Thieves duties as I do imagine. He goes back to pretty much full-time live streaming several times throughout each and every week, and the sub count continued to grow. Then we had the Valorant beta drama, of course, the rise of Warzone. He played in several events, has been doing duos and trios with top figures out there, Cloaksy and Ninja and Courage and Tim and all these other content creators. And slowly but surely, what was 10,000 subscribers became 16,000 and a better than sex cake. And all of a sudden, a couple weeks back, now breaking 20,000 subs alone. With the rise of all of these games and the rise of the return of Nadeshot, there is no one who is doing what he is currently doing, but also operating how he does in esports. And I thought it was, you know, it was probably worth a video. If you guys don't know, I'm a big 100 Thieves fan, big Nadeshot fan as well. And so I imagine I'm going to get a few comments out there about covering this and sucking up to Nadeshot, but certainly in its own regard, it is very impressive what this guy has done and continues to do. And I'm actually going to be very curious what happens when pandemic, cross your fingers, is hopefully over with, how he does return from all of this. Besides that, a second note as well, when it comes time for strictly content creation, his second YouTube channel also breaking 1 million subscribers. So it's been very cool to see a guy who can operate both in esports and in gaming, and is certainly a rarity when it comes to gaming as well. And I certainly love covering it for all of you guys on top of that. You know, I've talked about TP, the rise of him and several Call of Duty members, and now Nadeshot. Who do you guys want next? I love these talking points. I love these storylines, and certainly Nadeshot fits one of the cooler storylines we have ever really talked about on the channel. Until next time, you guys know what to do. I hope you're already doing it, huh? Drink some water, drink some coffee. I'll see you guys back here next time.